Hello and welcome to my channel Close to the Edge. My name is Pat, where we talk about all things prog rock, classic rock, heavy rock, and maybe, Kevin,
A stick of rock even.
yes, a stick of rock. Today we're going to do part 3 of our top 10 perfect
Oh,
albums.
yes. Right.
10 top 10 perfect albums.
The final in the series.
Yeah, because a few of the subscribers have asked us to do a third one. They're looking forward to it.
Right.
And hopefully it'll do as well as the other two.
Wondering what we're going to dig out, I suppose.
Yeah, I wonder what we could dig out of the old vaults, Kevin. You know yourself.
You mightn't even have any prog in, for instance.
I mightn't. No. I say the chances of that now, Kevin.
Zero.
Zero. Me having no prog.
Yeah, no, it's not going to happen.
No, that's not going to happen. But anyway, Kevin, we're going to do this,
All right.
and you're going to kick it off, Kevin.
Kick it off.
Number 10.
Number 10 for me, Pat, is this album from 1982. Scorpions.
Okay, I haven't heard that album, Kevin.
Blackout. You sure?
No,
Oh, it's a brilliant
I might have
album.
heard it now back in the day, but
You probably heard tracks off it, but it's a brilliant album, Pat. Great, real head banging, foot tapping, sort of a heavy rock album. Every track is great on it.
German band.
German band, yeah. Michael Schenker's brother, his older brother, Rudolf Schenker, and it's a great album. It's brilliant. I'm not a massive fan of them,
Yeah.
but I'd have 3 or 4 other albums, and this is the best one I've got, and supposedly it's the best album.
Okay, what year would that be, Kevin?
82.
Oh, early 80s. Okay, then.
82, so...
That's an interesting one, Kevin.
But a great cover.
Oh, it's a brilliant cover.
That's that guy lives out the road from us, the artist. Oh, what's his name again? Gottfried Helvine. He did. Did you ever see that famous poster, Pat? Whereas there's a late night bar with James Dean, Elvis,
Yes,
Humphrey
yes,
Bogart.
yeah.
That's him.
Oh, that him?
That's him. Yeah, he lives in the castle out the road from us, here in southeast Ireland, about 10 minutes out the road,
Oh, very good.
up near Kilsheelan.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, with all his family. And anyway, he did the cover on that. But that's a great album. I recommend you get that
Okay,
album.
it's another one. Another one. Anyway, that's your number 10. My number 10, Kevin, might be a surprise to someone. I don't think it will be. It's Pink Floyd's The Final Cut.
Ah, yeah.
You see it there?
Yep.
What an album, Kevin, released in 1983.
Good stuff.
We bought that album when it came out, Kevin.
Waiting patiently for it to arrive in the shop.
Yeah, and I loved that album to the day first I heard
Force
it.
Fire, yeah.
And to this day, I think it's a masterpiece.
Well,
A misunderstood masterpiece. I did a video on it.
I know you did.
And I just think the guitar... Some of the Gilmore's best guitar work is on that
Yeah,
album.
brilliant. Rick Wright's not on it, so he's
No,
not.
he's not on it. Nick Mason's on it, but he's not on the last track. Two Sons in the Sunset.
Oh, it's Andy Newmark.
That's why he did it, because he wanted to get in a better drummer, in fairness now, Kevin. He wanted,
Yeah.
because he didn't think he could do it.
Go away.
You know, kind of proggy
Yeah,
drumming.
I don't know. I wouldn't have the same opinion as you now. I like it. Obviously, I have it. I like it. But
Well, a lot of people don't like it, Kevin, for the simple reason they think it's...
it reminds me of The Wall too much.
yeah, but...
It's not, actually, Pat, I'd say, to me, as good as it is good. I understand the themes of it, and I watched your video on it. I understand all that. But to me, it seems more like a Roger Waters solo album.
No, it's a Floyd album, Kevin.
You think so, yeah?
Yeah, it's an out-and-out Floyd album. His last album with Floyd.
Oh, of course it is.
Yeah.
That's right.
And they never recaptured it. I know a lot of people like A Momentary Lapse of Reason and The Division Bell.
They're not really my cup of tea now.
No, they're not.
You can't have Floyd, I think, without him.
No, you can't.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Anyway, that's my number 10, Kevin.
Right.
The Final Cut.
Final cut. Very good. Number 9 for me, Pat. I don't know if you're familiar with this album. A chap called Ben Harper.
No.
Fight for Your Mind. Brilliant album.
What kind of music?
He's a bit of everything. He's sort of blues, folk. He's singer-songwriter. He's sort of socio-political commentator.
I never heard of him.
If you sort of, not being unfair to him, but he sort of reminds me of a cross between Bob Dylan and Bob Marley. He's
Okay. Bit of reggae in there, are they?
yeah, a bit of everything, and a bit of funk.
But is that good? You have it in your 10 here?
Oh, it's a brilliant album. I had a couple of his albums, and long story short, I gave them away years ago on CD. That originally came out on CD in '95.
Okay.
That issue came out 20 years later, 10 years ago in 2015. It's lovely. One LP is red, one is green, but it's really a great album on vinyl. I liked it on CD, but I really love it on vinyl. Oh, it's a brilliant album. Absolutely. That's his masterpiece. I know he has about 10 or 12 albums, and I wouldn't be that familiar with him. I sort of lost interest in him. But I have to say, when I bought that album originally on the recommendation of someone else, we went to, I lived in Melbourne at the time in
You did
Australia.
in Australia, yeah.
There's a famous rock pub in there, the Prince of Wales. We went down and saw the gig there. Probably about 500 or 600 people there. It'd be in the top 10 best gigs I've ever seen.
That good.
That good. And he plays, I think it's a Weisenbach guitar. It's a slide guitar.
Okay.
So he plays a guitar sitting down, the guitar's on his lap. And he plays it that way.
Okay.
He can play a regular guitar, but he sings and
He
while
gets
he's
the
sitting down
sound.
and playing the guitar.
He gets his sound that way.
Yeah, brilliant. But that's a fantastic album.
Okay, that's another one.
Recommend that to anyone. Ben Harper,
Ben Harper, okay. Haven't heard of him, Kevin.
Fight for Your Mind.
Okay. My number 9, continuing on the prog team, Hemispheres by Rush.
Brilliant. What an album.
What a brilliant, brilliant album.
Yeah.
I know I've said it before about this album. I don't want to go on about it again. Like Cygnus X1 Book 2, first side.
What a great
Sir,
idea to
yeah.
continue
Farewell to the Kings.
from Farewell to Kings. That's a great idea.
And then you had Circumstances, which we see him play live, and they didn't play that live for a long time.
No, that's a great track.
We saw him play that live in Newcastle and Sheffield. Do
We
you
did,
remember?
yeah, brilliant.
And then, of course, the Trees. And
One of my favourite Rush tracks.
Yeah, and La Villa.
La Villa Strangiato. Amazing.
Oh, unbelievable. So I've
Amazing.
said enough about this album, really.
That's my second favourite album after Moving Pictures.
It's a perfect album.
That's how it is. A great album.
A perfect.
Probably the most proggiest album. Wouldn't it be prog metal sort of?
Yeah, most.
It would be, wouldn't
yeah,
it?
It would be. That'd be it, yeah.
Yeah, great album. Good
Oh.
choice.
Right, that's my number 9. Your number 8, Kevin.
Number 8 is. You ever hear of Charlie Daniels Band, Pat?
No.
You would have. You ever hear this track, The Devil Went Down to Georgia?
Oh yes, I've heard that.
Yeah, well, that's later stuff. But this is from 1974. And Southern Rock.
Boogie rock.
No, not boogie rock. Southern Rock. There's a bit of boogie in there, but you know.
Yeah. You know, I'm not a big fan of Southern rock.
Nah, this is a brilliant album. There's a lot of stuff on this. There's an 11-minute track on it there, a live track called No Place to Go, which is brilliant.
Good now, is it? Is it like Lynyrd Skynyrd then?
Yeah, not as guitar orientated.
As Lynyrd Skynyrd. 'Cause
Like,
I
he
Lynyrd Skynyrd.
plays fiddle and banjos and
Plays fiddle. Now that
He
really
does.
interests me.
mandolins. It's that's a great album. I only have about half a dozen of his albums, and that's easily the best one I have. But it's also generally accepted as being his best album.
Have you had like Kansas?
Fire
then,
on
no?
the Mountain.
No.
Kansas?
Yeah.
No.
Kansas have the fiddle as well, like, you know.
Yeah, no, it wouldn't be, Pat. It's not proggy at all. It's southern.
Southern. It's pure Southern. Yeah.
Southern rock. But brilliant album. Couldn't recommend that highly enough.
Okay. Another one.
Charlie Daniels.
Excellent choice, Kevin. My number 8 is the German band. I believe you ordered this album today.
I'd only ordered today from Germany, yeah.
Released in 1977. Ocean.
Yeah.
A lot of people reckon this is their best album. This is their masterpiece. It's a perfect album, and it is a masterpiece, Kevin.
Well, that's why I bought it today.
It's absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
Remember I played the live album for you. There's a lot of tracks off of that from
Yeah,
this
the
album.
live album's great.
Yeah, yeah. But they're a brilliant band, Kevin. Very
Eli.
underrated.
Excellent.
And I've done a lot of stuff on Eli. But anyway, that's my number 8, Ocean. Brilliant. Check it out.
I'll check it out in about a week's time when it arrives in the
Yeah,
post.
good man. Number 7, Kevin.
Number 7, Pat. I'd say you know this album.
I do know the album.
1978, Nazareth. There we go. No Mean City.
Would you think that's their best album?
Yeah, a lot of people say Hair of the Dog, and I would have said that myself. But you know when you don't play albums for years sometimes? I put this on and it's every bit as good. I think it's brilliant. It's the first, they expanded to a 5-piece at this stage.
Yeah.
There's a guitarist on there who used to play with the Sensation Alex Harvey band. Zell Clemenson, I think is his name. And it makes it sound a bit heavier, a bit fuller. But every track on that's a brilliant album.
What year is that?
78. With a fantastic cover, hasn't it?
Oh, that's brilliant.
What a cover, front and back. Beautiful artwork.
Absolutely
I
brilliant.
know the sound is everything, but still, it's nice when you have a good sounding album and you have a great cover. So, that's brilliant.
That's good. Interesting, Kevin. There's another one I have to guess.
Yeah, that was that. 7, Pat.
Yeah, number 7.
Right.
My number 7 is the 1994 release from King Crimson. Track.
Ah, yes.
It's not prog, is it? What an album, Kevin.
Yeah, that's a brilliant album.
I think this is the last album with Bruford. Would I be right in saying so?
Yeah, I think they then went to, is it Matt Telesto or something?
That's right, yeah. And the last album, what's the bass player's name?
Tony Levin?
Yeah, it's the last album.
Oh, yeah, they went to Trey Gunn, took over, didn't they?
That's right, yeah. So this is brilliant. Like,
Awesome
you think
album.
about this in the 1994. Who else was bringing out that like this in 1994?
Yeah, it's great.
Because Yes would have had around that time Talk, but that's not really prog.
Yeah.
You know, some people do call it, but this is just.
I think these couple of albums around this time by Crimson are comparable to their best of their 70s stuff.
Oh, absolutely.
I think so.
This is an amazing album.
As in, I'd say it's better than the 80s stuff.
This album is better than the 3 albums that were out in the 80s.
Yeah, I think so as well.
It's better than Islands.
Yes.
It's better than Lizard.
Not a fan of those two.
No, but I think this is just incredible.
Great album. Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant, Kevin.
Great. Good
Right.
stuff.
Number 6, Kevin.
Number 6 for me, Pat, is a band called King Crimson.
The one after track.
The one after it, yeah. The Power to Believe.
That's incredible.
That is a fantastic album.
Unbelievable.
2003.
Yes.
And their last album, Pat.
That's the last
official studio album, isn't it?
Yeah, that's brilliant.
They had loads of live albums. That's the last.
Level 5 is on that, isn't it?
Yeah, Level 5 is incredible.
Oh,
It's like prog on steroids,
yeah.
isn't it?
Oh,
It's just like another level.
it is another
And I
level.
find with that album too, it's very sinister sounding album.
It's
You know, it really takes you on a trip.
and the singing on that.
Oh, brilliant! Yeah, Adrian Belew, yeah, he's great. But the fact that they have 2 master guitarists, and bass player and drums on it, that's a brilliant album.
Yeah, but then again, as I was talking about track, who else was doing that in 2003?
3, yeah, Porcupine Tree probably, but they're not as. It's just a sinister sounding album.
Sinister sound, proggy,
Really,
brilliant. Yeah.
scary at times parts we listen to it, but I think that's a fantastic album.
Oh, it is.
So
Oh,
that
that's
had to be in my
great.
top 10.
That's an amazing pick. Now, my number 6 is from continuing the prog team,
Oh yeah,
Trilogy by
yeah,
Emerson,
Pete.
Lake and Palmer.
yeah, it's a great album.
Some people don't like this band at all, and some people love them.
I think once you get past the bombast and the showing
Yeah,
off,
the
that was all part of
pretentiousness
it.
and-
Yeah, that was all part of it. They were fabulous musicians at the
This
back
was
of it.
released in 72.
72, was
Yeah,
it?
yeah. What a brilliant album.
Having said that now, I don't really have everything up to and including brain salad surgery.
Yeah, I have a few. I have a few.
I do. I
have
wouldn't be a
all
fan
their-
of the
I have
latest
all
one.
their albums.
Have you, yeah?
Yeah, I do.
No, that's the main ones, but they're brilliant, yeah.
But absolutely, just an incredible album.
One of the biggies in prog
Oh,
rock,
the
weren't
big
they?
ones. The big ones. I think
Like
they're-
album sales and all the rest of the big
album
bands.
sales are probably, if you don't count Genesis pop stuff, right, and just Genesis, they were the biggest sellers
Were they really?
in the 70s. They're bigger than Yes,
Wow.
bigger than them all. Sales wise,
Yeah.
they were the biggest.
Oh, interesting.
Anyway, before we get on to the top 5, I just want to say thank you very much to all my new subscribers, returning subscribers, all of you who have watched all my videos. Thank you very much. And if you like this video, Kevin, hit that subscribe button, notification, and the like. It does really help me here if you hit that like. Anyway, thank you very much, everyone, for watching. Kevin, top 5.
Yes, top 5. And before you go on as well, Pat, it was nice of Glenn to give us a shout out.
Glenn, yeah, I did. Yeah,
From the
Glenn
basement, yeah.
Calloway, he did give us a great shout out.
And
Yeah,
I agree with you, Glenn, about Floyd.
yeah, he does. I disagree with you.
They're an art rocky band. I don't-
Definitely disagree with Manchester Toll.
Anyway, going on from that, my number 5 is this amazing album, which you are very familiar with.
Oh, of course I
We
am.
love this album,
Oh,
and that's the first pressing I found in a record fair.
yeah, the debut album from
The
Ash.
debut album from Wishbone Ash, brilliant. Blind Eye Lady Whiskey. It's got my favourite Wishbone Ash track of all time from all their albums, Error of My Ways.
That's your favourite track?
Oh yeah, and it's about 6.5 minutes. It's lovely long track. It's brilliant.
Yeah, Phoenix on that too as well, though.
Yeah, and handy. But
It's unreal.
Error of My Way is my favourite. I mean, Wishbone Ash, it's a mixture, Pat, isn't it? Mixture of prog and English folk,
Blues even, yeah.
bluesy, yeah, great
Yeah.
mixture. And
The twin
the
leads.
vocal harmonies are
Yeah,
great.
brilliant. And the twin leaders, though.
Oh, Twin Leads, brilliant, yeah.
They kind of had their own unique sound, didn't they?
Oh, they did, big time.
And it was
that's-
Richie Blackmore who recommended them to.
Derek Lawrence, I think,
Yeah.
the producer of the first
Yeah, recommended it 'cause
in
Blackmore-
rock, I think,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
yeah,
Or an engineer or something. Yeah, but
yeah. He did. He recommended.
that was the connection there, yeah.
The connection. What an album! What a pick, Kevin.
Yeah, that's a great album, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely
Timeless.
superb. My number 5, Kevin, is an album I know you love so well.
Yes.
From 1974. Yes, Relayer. And there's shine on that now, Kevin. It's probably going to, because it's a white album. There you go.
Oh, right.
Yeah, Relayer. What?
What a brilliant album.
And they got Patrick Moran's only album he ever
Oh, that's
appeared on.
right, Joe. He did the one.
Only you did the
What
one
he
album.
did on it.
Yeah, The Gates of Delirium. And
Gates
that's,
of Delirium,
My
yeah.
favourite track by Yes from the live album.
Same
obviously.
here. Always has been.
Like, it's,
Blew me away when I heard it the first time.
but that's just.
But that album in general is a change of direction from it.
it's very
isn't it?
jazzy.
It's
jazz
jazz
fusion.
fusion-ish sort
Yeah,
of
yeah,
album, isn't it?
Yeah.
A complete change. What preceded it, Pat? Tales.
Tales preceded that, and then going from the one after that, of course, before I came back.
But there's a big jump between that and going for the one in 3 years, wasn't there?
Yes.
They're all doing their solo stuff.
So,
and
which I think they missed the beat there. Actually.
I think you're right.
I
They
think
took
with
their
that,
sort of their foot off the gas, so
they
to
did.
speak.
I think that if they had to follow up that album, say in '75 or '76, with the same lineup,
Yeah,
you wouldn't know what they would have brought out.
yeah. I suppose, but we'll never know.
We'll never know that. Anyway, that's my number 4, Kevin. 5, I beg your pardon.
5, yeah.
Your number 4. See?
It's usually you're doing that.
I know,
Pat,
I get mixed up now, and I have it written down in front of me as well.
Oh, Jesus, it's worse again. Right, my number 4.
Yeah, your 4.
My number 4 is this album. From the one and only, the late great Rory
Oh, great
Gallagher.
album. Photo finish, yeah.
Photo Finish, 1978. What an album.
Weber.
No, it's not. That's off. No, what's on there, Pat? You'd know him is Shin Kicker, Brute Force and Ignorance.
I know all them tracks. Yeah,
Yeah,
brilliant.
you do. You know, Shadow Play, Last Independence.
Oh, Shadow Plays on that. That's
Yeah.
a great track.
Yeah, that's that album. That was the first album where he went down to a 3-piece.
Yeah.
First album with Ted McKenna, ex-sensational Alex Harvey band drummer, and Rory cut out all the. He sort of went down from having 4 musicians down to 3. After seeing the Sex Pistols, I think he was over in San Francisco or someone like that. He saw a band and he thought, I need to cut out stuff and just get back to basics.
Basics.
So that was the first album back to
hard
Trigger.
rock, really, is it?
Oh, it is, exactly.
Hard rock.
Because the album before that is a little bit jazzy but brilliant, the Calling Card.
Oh, that's
Your favourite
my
album.
favourite album by Gallagher, yeah.
So that album in particular, yeah, that's a fantastic. It's also, Pat, significant as well because the first album I ever heard by Rory, that's the first album I ever bought by him.
Oh, well, there you have it, yeah.
Back in '79, I think I bought a year after it came out. But
Brilliant.
yeah, just a
album.
wonderful
Great pick.
photo finish.
You have a good variety there now tonight, Kevin, right? Unfortunately, I'm sticking with my prog here.
Ah, yeah.
I am, and I'm going with number 4.
Not like you.
Very unlike me to stick with prog. Octopus by Gentle Giant.
Ah, great album.
What? And a brilliant cover by Roger Dean.
Unless you buy it in America,
Yeah, they had a
where they
different
changed the cover for some
unknown
reason.
Unknown reason. What they did.
They have an octopus in a jar or something.
But this is just incredible.
Yeah, it's a great album, isn't it?
Incredible.
Do you think it's their best album, Pat?
No, it could be their best album. My favourite album by him is The Power and the Glory.
Yeah, that's a great album.
But if you take it all around, it's probably their best. You know, if you
Actually, then it's subjective, isn't it?
very subjective.
Depends.
But anyway,
Not that it matters, but I just,
the brilliant and ultimate Gentle Giant.
So if anyone's getting into Gentle Giants, it's a good place to start.
Yeah, I wouldn't start with here though, Kevin.
Wouldn't you?
I'd start with Freehand. Ease them in.
Oh, all right.
They're hard to get into straight away because I found them hard to get into.
Yeah.
You know, but once you get in, once they click,
Once they get a grip of you.
they're a bit like Van de Graaff Generator. Once they click,
They haven't clicked with it yet with me, Van der Graaf.
I know they haven't. But once they click, brilliant. Anyway, that's Octopus.
Great.
Now, Kevin, we're on to number 3.
Oh, the top 3, Pat. Right.
Top 3.
Right. Well, number 3 for me is this amazing album. Jethro Tull, Stormwatch.
Incredible.
Brilliant. And I can never understand how it's often the poor relation to Songs from the Wood and Heavy Horses.
There's no poor relation.
No, it's not, but people perceive it, don't they? You
They
read
do.
things about it and people go,
And
Stormwatch, it's all right, it's all right.
And I keep repeating myself, Kevin, and I keep saying it. There's people out there who think Crest of an Ave is better than that album. Now, you explain to me
No.
how.
Even given people's taste and
There might
all the
subjectivity and
rest
all
of it.
that kind of stuff.
No.
That is just...
that wipe the floor with Crest of an Ave. Or anything after Broadsword and the Beast, actually.
Yes.
You
Different
know,
league, Kevin.
that's the classic lineup.
That's I know John Glasgow was sick. I think he only played about 3. Is it 3?
A couple of tracks, yeah, that's
And
right.
Anderson played the rest of it on bass.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you have the box set there as well.
I have the box set as well. You have to show these box sets. I know you have them all as well.
Yeah. I don't have that one now. I can't get that one at the moment.
Yeah, well, the box set, of course. Look at the stuff on it. You know, 1, 2, 3, 4, half a dozen discs. Brilliant.
Brilliant.
As only the Tull can do them.
Only.
But Stormwatch,
Dark
what can I
Ages.
say? Dark Ages, brilliant. But I love everything on it.
The whole thing.
Even the slow tracks like Elegy and Warm Spurring. and
Orion
all
is on
those.
that, isn't it?
Orion, yeah. North Sea Oil. Brilliant. Something's on the move.
Oh, unbelievable.
Yeah, it's a great album. Great album. And of all their albums, that one in particular to me, every time I play it, whatever it is about it, Barry Barlow's drums just really stand out.
They do.
More than they normally do. For me, anyway.
It's just, that is...
It's
I
just
remember
there's
I heard
some playing on
I
that.
heard that first.
Yeah, it's brilliant. 1979.
79.
That's my number 3, Pat.
Oh, my number 3 is Jethro Tull as well, Kevin. And it's... believe it or not, it's the album after that.
Ah,
And this is... A.
another album often sidelined.
Sidelined, and it was supposed to be a solo album, as you very well know.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah.
Martin Barr is the only one, and Anderson obviously from the previous album.
Yes.
But that's the kind of that's the CD with the DVD in it, with the concert. In
Oh,
it.
from
Yeah.
about 20 years ago. That's
Yeah.
a good owl. That's
Yeah,
a good
but
boy.
this is the one,
Yeah, the box set again,
the box set again.
or the book set, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. But why? I don't know why people say, "Oh, this is a
Why
bit
it's maligned?
malign." They say it's a bit clinical and all that.
It's different,
Yeah,
but it's brilliant.
It's
I
just,
tell you one thing about it, right? And
it's not just.
I've heard people saying that side 2 is weaker than side 1. Yeah, side 1 is better. But side 1 of A, the 4 tracks on that, are as good as any Tull album.
Yeah, Flying Dale Flyers on that. Sure.
Yeah, Fighting Dead Flyer, brilliant.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
And what else have you on that?
Working John, Working Joe.
Just, yeah.
Yeah.
And you had the Pine Martin
Black
Jig.
Sunday.
Pine Martin.
Pine Martin's Jig, I love it. See, I love side 2, I'm like you.
Yeah.
But we're Tull fans.
Yeah, we will love that.
But we played that album a while ago. We had a music night, as we
Yeah.
often do.
Yeah.
And a couple of lads had never heard it before. Remember Mick, who was
Yeah,
on your channel?
yeah, Mick the guitarist, yeah.
He thought it was fantastic. He said, wow.
He's slowly getting the prog.
Yeah,
going.
but the point I'm making is he's not a Tull head.
No,
So he's not coming in with any ideas of that being, we'll say, a weak album.
no.
He's just coming in, listening to the music, and he went, wow. Remember we
Yeah.
played the first side from?
Yeah, blew him away.
Blew him away, yeah. Brilliant. So good choice, Pat.
Yeah.
I love the album myself.
Yeah, that was my number 3. Your number 2, Kevin, which I can see.
Number 2, Asho. How long have we listened to this?
Oh, sure.
A long, 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 long time. Rainbow Rising.
Absolutely superb.
Superb. Unbelievable album.
Like, I know you have the famous track on it, Stargazer, but
Yeah, but a
There's
light in
more.
the black even.
there's more to it than that. Even the
Oh,
first
there
side.
is. First side's brilliant.
Yeah,
Tara Woman. Do you know what the great keyboards there from Tony Carey, aren't they?
he's brilliant.
He's an amazing keyboard.
Very underrated keyboard player.
Yeah.
You know, and of course, one of the greatest vocalists then in rock music, you have Ronnie James Dio.
Of course he is. Top class. One of the very, very best.
Very best, yeah.
Blackmore himself. Cozy Powell, of course.
Yeah,
And Jimmy Bain on bass.
yeah. That's their best album.
That's the quintessential album.
That is it.
That's the Rainbow album. And that album also is a fairly significant album in other ways too. It's almost responsible, Pat, for bringing in a whole new genre of music, of heavy rock, classical heavy
Meets
rock,
classical,
almost.
yeah, yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you think so?
Yeah, because he had that. He was always heavily influenced Blackmore by classical music anyway, and they say he took a lot from Stargazer from classical composers and that he mixed it around. And,
Yeah, yeah.
you know, but they're all influenced.
What about it?
Yeah, they're all influenced.
You're only, a product of your influences,
Oh, that's
aren't you?
a great pick, Kevin. Number
But Rainbow Rising, sure, we have that long
long
time.
time. That's an amazing album.
Yeah, great album,
Amazing
brilliant.
My number 2, which of course I've mentioned on this channel many a times, and you love this album.
Yes.
Selling England by the Pound by the brilliant Genesis.
What an album!
Oh,
Yeah, what an album!
from start to finish, Kevin,
Unbelievable.
it's just faultless.
Probably the best. Depends. Some people prefer
I see.
Lamb.
My best changes with Jen. I know I did a ranking there off about 3 or 4 months ago, and I had but it's changing all.
Yeah, but the good thing about that doesn't that tell you the quality of those albums that you can change.
You can change.
See, I do the same with the Tull.
They get better though sometimes. When
I
you play
do
'em.
the same with the Tull.
And I've heard that on your one, the Analog Productions one.
Oh yeah, the 45 RPM.
Yeah, it's incredible.
It is
It's
incredible.
amazing.
Yeah.
But from start to finish, a lot of people think that's their peak in the prog, but I think they reached their peak. Their peak was all the way,
Yeah, they're fairly consistent.
very consistent.
Because even without Peter Gabriel, Trick of the Tail is amazing.
I'm sure I had that in sure as well. That's
a great album.
You had. Remember you showed the Analog Production.
Yeah,
version.
brilliant. Lamb Lies Down on Broadway. Foxtrot. You're
Yeah.
right, there are four albums there that are really
They
all
went on
top
a
notch, aren't
they
they?
went on a run there, yeah, and even Nursery Crime, Kevin, if you listen to it as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Because Hackett's and Collins' first album, from there up on Window Muttering, is there.
Yeah, that's the classic Genesis
Quintessential,
prog.
Yeah, I know a lot of people say Trespass. I think Trespass, they were kind of getting
It's finding their feet a bit.
finding their feet. You know, they had Anthony Phillips on guitar.
Yeah.
You know, so
It's a good album.
yeah,
But they're a couple of notches above, aren't they?
they are, of course.
And I think, yeah, it depends on what humor you're in, but certainly Selling England by the Pound would be not only one of Genesis' best albums, one of the greatest prog albums of all time.
Oh, absolutely.
One that would have to be up there with
Absolutely,
your
yeah.
Dark Side of the Moons and Close to the Edge and
Tick as a Brick.
Take Us a Break, a Court of Crimson King, whatever. It's there.
Anyway, that is my number 2, Kevin. from
Excellent
Genesis.
choice. Very good.
Now,
We're nearly done and all, we are.
drum roll here now for number 1.
Number 1. decided to put something modern in. Porcupine Tree.
In absentia.
No, Pat, Fear of a Blank Planet.
Oh, sorry. I thought. Oh, okay.
Yeah. I was going to put
That's right.
in
'Cause
Ascension,
I had that in my head.
but I
that you
played
were
it, and then I
that.
played this, and I thought, nah,
Ah, that's unbelievable. That's
it's
the
got
best.
the edge on it.
That's the best album.
It's right to be either that or Deadwing for me. I love Deadwing.
You
as
like
well.
Deadwing? Oh no, that's.
But this is brilliant, and I love some of the reviews of it are brilliant. Like, if don't mind me reading the quote there, one now from Rolling Stone.
Yeah, go ahead.
It says, an aggressively modern merger of Russia's arena art rock, UK prog classicism, and the post-grunge vengeance of Tool. And Q Magazine said, a dramatic widescreen, expertly executed, genuinely thrilling rock record. That sums it up.
Does
It
sum
is
up,
an
yeah.
amazing.
And of course,
With
you
guest
have-
appearances.
Yeah, Bob Fripp, Robert.
And Alex Lifeson.
That's correct. Yeah.
Solos here and there, and keyboard treatments, I think, from
That
Fripp.
is some album. That is to me, it's the best album
Yeah, it's brilliant.
because I did a.
Yeah, it probably is.
They did a song ranking on the Prog Corner there last year, and we had to pick our top 10 favorite songs
Mm.
from Porcupine Tree. So I had the whole album
Yeah, that's right.
in my top 10.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
Every song.
It's great. It's a great
It's
album.
that good.
Yeah, it's that
That-
great. And
great
the fabulous, the great playing on it.
Oh,
Gavin Harrison, what a drummer.
brilliant drummer.
Yeah, and
Brilliant
even the
drummer.
atmospheric keyboards, everything. That album now really brings you on a trip.
It does actually. Yeah. And
Which all good prog, all good music should do.
What year was that again? Kevin?
07.
07, yeah.
Yeah.
Remember, I bought it when it came out.
So did I on CD, but then I bought this album about 10 years ago.
I don't think it was originally brought out on LP.
No,
It wouldn't
I
be
don't
because
think so.
LPs were dead then at that time, weren't they?
They were, yeah.
They were.
For the best part, yeah.
They were dead, yeah.
They were, yeah.
Now, my number one, Kevin, brilliant number one you had there, and you love this album, Kevin.
Ah,
One Size Fits All by the Genius Zappa.
great album.
I think this album is just
Probably my most played Zappa album.
apostrophe by my most played one.
Well, they're about the same, the two of them.
But this is just it's just brilliant.
Great album.
And of any art, like as an individual artist, I think he's the greatest individual artist in the history of rock music.
That's a big statement.
Well, I think he is because
Yeah.
I think look at his volume of work.
Yeah, that's fine if you like it, though. A lot of people don't like Zappa or can't get him. A lot of our mates who are big music heads now will just go,
You know,
just can't
with
get their head around it.
Zappa, you have to give him a chance.
You
know,
do, and
one listener's not going to do it for a Frank
no.
Zappa album.
that's right.
You
You
know,
need- but that's a great choice. That is a brilliant album.
oh, but you have to with Zappa. I always find, like I remember I have a load of albums by Zappa, and sometimes I bought, no, I didn't like it, and then after a while you play it, growers and
Ah, yeah.
so
Slow
much-
burners, as
yeah,
they say.
so much layers though.
But the musicianship was amazing.
Ah, it's just.
But I love his 70s stuff. I'm not a
Elvis,
fan of
well, I
it.
think he's the greatest, really,
Yeah.
as an individual artist, of what he did,
Right.
and his legacy is going to stand the test of time
Yeah.
because he was a composer.
He was, yeah. He had a different approach altogether,
Yeah,
didn't
could read music, could write music.
he? Yep.
You know,
Brilliant. Great.
Yeah. So
That's it. That's the end of it now, is it?
that's it. That's it. That's
That's the third and final
That's the third and final
installment
one
of the top
perfect
10. Yeah.
perfect tens,
Right.
and they're all every album we had here, Kevin, was perfect.
That's all good. Well, I enjoyed that.
I enjoyed it.
That was
too.
a good idea.
and I hope you enjoyed it as well out there. And I'd like to hear some of your top tens or
Yeah, there's been some fantastic comments.
oh, fantastic comments. You might have a 20, you might have a 15 or whatever.
Yeah.
And
And that might send you down on the road to discover an
Yeah.
album.
exactly. And I had a little bit of prog in there as usual. You know.
Oh, yeah, you did just a bit.
I had a little bit of prog in there.
Apart from Pink Floyd, but go on anyway.
No, I'd say they're prog.
Yeah.
But anyway, nice to be nice, as I always say, and stay safe. And hopefully we'll see you very, very soon, Kevin. We'll be back here again very, very soon here on Close to the Edge. So from Kevin and me, bye for now. Bye-bye.